Hey y'all, I'm Rylan. Welcome to my channel. We are here today to go over my March TBR, which will most likely be my smallest TBR to date so far this year, just with school very much ramping up in this month. However, I'm hoping to not let that keep me from getting some reading done. So we're gonna go over the couple of books that I've put on my TBR, and for the month of March, we are going to draw out 2 books from my TBR box and randomize a couple picks as I focus on bringing down my physical unread TBR. I think so far this year has gone very well. I would say 75% of the books that I have read, and I've probably read about 15 books so far this year, have been physical. So I think that's a really great step in getting down my physical TBR quite a bit. So we have drawn out several books from this box already so far this year, and I've got 4 physical books on my TBR for the month of March, all of which are chunks. But before I talk about those, we'll go ahead and dive into my 2 books from my box, and hopefully they are nice size books that will be easy for me to get to. So we'll go ahead and draw for my first book. I have realized as I'm talking about this that I haven't put the books that I've purchased so far this year into this box, but I think that's okay because the way that I do my TBR box is I draw out between 3 and 5 a month normally, and that also gives me room to just read what I want. So the newer books I've gotten this year, which has been very self-controlled so far, it's mostly just been book subscription stuff, are not in here, but I will plan to be reading a lot of those things this year anyway, so they're not in here. Most of these books are more backlisted and things that have been on my shelves for a very long time. So let's go ahead and draw our first book. I always get super nervous for this, but it ends up being okay. I've done pretty good so far. I've dropped one on the floor, but that's okay. I've done pretty good so far with reading these books that I've drawn out. I'm not sure if I'll get to every single one in February, but I am in the middle of one book that I drew out from that box last month. So let's see what this one is. Ooh. Okay, we've got a little bit of a dark romance here. The first one that is up on this list, which I doubt it's gonna focus because my camera hates me and doesn't do the little focus thing that I like, but I'm trying to do. Nope, we're just, okay. The first one that I drew out was Rouge by Greer Rivers. This is the second book in the Phantom series, or I guess it's the Tattered Curtain series, but they are retellings, I believe. The first one was from Phantom of the Opera. Took me a while to think of that, and I read that one on my Kindle and gave it 5 stars. I loved it. I actually got to meet this author last year, and she signed and personalized all my books that I had gotten from her, and I'm super excited to continue this series. I gave the first book 5 stars. I was crying during it, was absolutely obsessed, and I'm excited to hopefully get to this one in March if there is time. Like I said a little bit ago, I will just go ahead and draw one more book from this box for the month of March, and hopefully after this upcoming month I'll be able to kind of get back into my regularly scheduled reading habits, since school will be almost done by that point. Let's see what the second book is going to be. Alright, here we go. Second read of the month is a romance called Pretty Incredible by Lacey Black. I have no idea where this is on my shelves, but I just found it, so I'm gonna go grab it super quickly. This is a romance that I got from a subscription box that I used to have that came with signed indie romances every month, and I have not done a very good job at reading the books in that box, so I had canceled that subscription for right now. This is one of them, so if I can get to this one in the month of March, I'll feel pretty good. It's not super long of a book, so hopefully it's very easy and fast-paced and fun to get through, and can be a very good escape and an easy pickup during the chaos that month is going to be. Those are the 2 books that I've drawn out from my randomized box. However, I have 4 books that I would also like to get to in the month of March. All of these are very large, but I have made commitments to reading them, so we're gonna try to get through all of them. The first one that I have is June 1st. This is the Mending Hearts book club pick for the month of March. I love Jennifer Hartman. I have met Jennifer Hartman. I cry when I read her books, and I am very highly anticipating this one. She is very thick, but I think she's going to be really emotional and very spicy and very good overall, and I think it'll hopefully be a very quick read despite the length of the book. But this is our March pick for the Mending Hearts book club. If you're interested in joining us, I will have all of the Discord servers and Instagram for that link down below. We will also be doing reading sprints for this book in the beginning of March. I also plan to read, finally, after years of these books being out. The Magnolia Park series by Jessa Hastings. These books are all the rage, and my bestie Staijah is hosting a read-along for them starting in the month of March. So we will be reading Magnolia Parks, Daisy Hates, and Magnolia Parks A Long Way Home in the month of March, and then finishing up what is out of the series so far in April. So I'd like to get to all of these and support my bestie in that way, and hopefully get to these alongside everybody else. This is a very good excuse and reason to finally start the series that has been on my shelf for forever, and I just have not gotten to it yet. So those are the 4 books that I have planned to read in the month of March, as well as 2 books from my TBR box. So it's a pretty big stack, but hopefully also manageable, and I can make time to get to most, if not all of them. But this is my TBR for the month of March. I don't have a lot to say about these books, but it is literally all romance. So 6 romance books. I think that's 6. Yep, should be a fun time. Should be a very emotional time too, based off what I know about these 4 books / have experienced myself, and by 4 I mean 5 books. Should be a very emotional time. But I love crying in books, so I am looking forward to it personally. This is my March TBR. Should be a fun time. If you have read any of these books, feel free to comment down below and let me know. Or if you have any fun reading plans for the month of March, feel free to share them with me. I love hearing about the books that everybody puts on their TBRs. But that is what I have for today's very quick video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.